Here I want to show you my conceptual framework of closed guard and no-gi, some differences of why we do things the way we do in no-gi versus gi, and how we learned it. I'm going to teach you guys the function and frame everything within the reason of why we're using closed guard and what's its function. I'll show you a few progressions, how I like to teach closed guard and how I like to play closed guard, and then maybe at the end we'll do a few drills to show you guys maybe some drills and task-based games that we could use to get better at the kind of macro skills within this closed guard system. So why closed guard? Okay, so closed guard is unlike any other pin or a kind of guarded position or open guard position because we get this really good, nice, strong connection to begin with, okay? This locks our partner into an upper body versus upper body battle, right? And we both have the same problem, which is we both are very immobile, okay? But for a bottom player, we actually want to create immobility in the top player because we're already immobile, being on the ground, and with our top player being standing, okay? So this is why we would use closed guard. This is good if someone's being cagey and like I can't quite like make an initial strong connection on them. I'll throw them into this closed guard and it'll slow down the game a little bit, okay? So the reason why this is different in no-gi versus gi, the big reason why is because we organized around having a collar. This is such a strong option, being able to connect the center mass. The center mass is weak, but we're able to control it, okay? We're very vulnerable there, so all of our tactics in gi pretty much organized around this strong option or strong attractor of having a collar grip. Without the collar grip though, this game completely changes, okay? So we're gonna look at a modern no-gi approach to like what we should be doing here. What's the progression look like? So they always say posture, break their posture, but posture really isn't the main goal here, okay? The main goal is distance, especially distance between our heads. So Butcher here, he's gonna be looking to try and maintain distance, okay? I can't get him. Even if his posture is broken, say he breaks his own posture, I can't actually do anything here, okay? So our first thing that we really wanna think about trying to do is eliminate the distance between us, okay? I wanna be able to go and get him. So the first thing we wanna think about trying to do here is I need to attach to him with my upper body. It's really important because if I don't have any kind of attachment, say he's doing a good job of keeping around my hips, if he's able to wedge my hips here, anytime that I go to try and open my guard to progress, he can just freely leave the position. Oh no. So I need to find ways to attach. The first skill that we're gonna work on here is trying to get shoulder access, okay? That's basically any way that I can attach to his shoulders, the main ones being underhooks and overhooks, okay? This is gonna be good because once I attach to his shoulders, I can freely open my legs here and start to become more dangerous, and Butcher here cannot just leave this position anymore. As he goes to try and leave closed guard, because I already have him in place, he's stuck. So what we want to be able to do is create posting opportunities. Top player almost always wants to keep their hands on you, so we want to find direct and indirect ways to cause posting. Direct being, I'm just going to move his hands on the mat, okay? And indirect being, I'm going to create posting opportunities by challenging head height or moving myself. Anytime that a top player is able to touch the mat, it gives us easy and instant access to his shoulder via underhook or overhooks. So for me, the first big game is this negotiation of space and negotiation of trying to get a strong upper body attachment. Okay, from here now, once I have an attachment, we're gonna work on an overhook first. From here, now my whole goal from this position is I wanna take my legs from the line of his hips to the line of the shoulders, okay? If I can ever start to get my hips attached to his shoulders, I become more dangerous. This is where we're gonna start, where we're gonna look at arm lock breaking positions, where we can control the shoulders with our legs and start moving to end of levers, or creating arm in, arm out scenarios where we'd be able to attach to his shoulders. Now I can let go with my hands where I was holding them down, and they can move to do other tasks that are creating threat on my partner, okay? These positions are the basis of how we want to play closed guard. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Once we get our partner attached to the shoulder in any of these kinds of grips, we become more mobile. Okay? As I become more mobile, I'm looking to create either isolations, arm in, arm out scenarios, or build ways to create angle to create threat. Okay? If you break down the closed guard game as this kind of progression for upper body, it makes a lot of sense. The only thing I would add here is that being able to threaten both upper body and lower body is what's going to give you a good chain of attacks. So just like how we were trying to cause posting to create shoulder access, I also want to find ways to create knee up conditions, attach with my hands to the legs, and reattach my hips to their hips. Okay? Sometimes these progressions can look out of order and non-linear. Sometimes I can be already attached at the shoulder line and create a knee up scenario where I can go into leg attack, however they may look. So being able to chain attacks from top to bottom, we're not always opening to the shoulders. Sometimes we're opening to the hips. Okay? So here, instead of opening to the shoulders to create arm lock breaking positions, I can also open my hips to their hips, cover the front part of their hips. Okay? So these are the three main ways that we use our initial connections to attack the body. So what are some positions that I would like to train, or I would train to get better at these skills? This is how I would approach this. The first one would be, I would play games or drills where I'm trying to create posting opportunities and punish posting. So top player would be trying to keep their hands on me and stay in position, maybe even trying to stand. I would be trying to maintain this position, find ways to create posting and create ways to attack the shoulder. Okay? Resetting every time that I can find an attachment on the shoulder. Another way that I would like to train these positions is already starting in a shoulder connection, whether that be like an overhook or an underhook. You can play games or drills here where you're trying to attach to the shoulder and hold the shoulder line, or create arm in, arm out scenarios and hold. And finally, I would like to start either in endpoint submissions. So we could start in arm in, arm out scenarios and look to add threat here by going create angles, adding compression or arm locks. Okay, and then reset whenever you lose those conditions. That's how I would look at closed guard. There's a lot of information there, but I think that using this approach or using this kind of progression, it can give you some extra focus and intention of like what we're trying to do in closed guard. So hopefully that helps. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Frazer. And thanks so much. Have a good one. Happy New Year.